Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are taking the next big step with Flatbuffers. We are going to do some hands-on. So we will learn what the Flatbuffer schema language is, how to write a basic schema file, and how to compile it using into a usable code using the Flatbuffer compiler, that is flatc, that is used for Python. So let's jump in. Before we can use Flatbuffer to store or read data, we need to define what the data looks like. That's where the schema file comes in. Think of a schema as a blueprint. It tells FlatBuffer what kind of data we have, whether it is of a person or a product or a game structure, then what field it contains, like name, age, score, etc., and how it's structured. Schema file use the .fbs extension, and the language is called FSL, FlatBuffer Schema Language. It is very similar to writing a class in programming. So after knowing about FSL, let's see now how a FBS file looks like. For a typical FBS file, it's basically a table-like structure with primitive data types like int, string, and by setting the root type. So let's create a simple file. So this is a schema file that stores information about a person, and here's what it looks like. So you can see. So let's break this down. The namespace, it groups the related types, like it's like a folder. The table is it defines like a structure. So table can be resembles to a class, and the ID, name, and age are attributes representing a person. And the root type, it tells FlatBuffer what's the main object is about. So here the main object is a person's object. So now let's save this file in a FBS file, and let me show you some hands-on. So let me minimize this. So for this particular thing, I've created a Python project, and we have created a f.fbs file, which is similar to what we have seen in the slides. So if you can see, the namespace is my app, table, person, and these are the attributes, and the root type is person. Now that we have our schema file, we need to compile it into code that we can use in Python, C hash, Java, or any other language that FlatBuffer supports. To do this, we use the FlatBuffer compiler called flatc. But before doing this, let's see how to install flatc. For this, we have to go to the let's go to Chrome, and we have to just type in flat buffer releases. So let's find out the latest releases page for flat buffer. So here it is. So if you go here in the image assets section, if you can see here, there are the different flatc binary. So depending upon your OS version, you can download it. So I have already downloaded this zip file, and I will just show you. So this zip file is there, and then I have extracted it to a particular folder. So here you can see the Windows flatc binary file, which contains the flatc executable. Now what we have to do is, before we start with the actual using flatc, we just have to set the system path. So for that, we can go to my PC and go to the system variable. So remember, we have to go to the system environment variable, and in this path section, I have mentioned the path of the flatc executable. So once this is done, just restart it. Okay, so I've restarted it. And now we are ready to generate the Python code. So for generating the Python code, what we have to do is we have to just open the particular Python, let's say PyCharm. I'm using PyCharm. So I've kept this person's FBS file in FBS. So for doing that, I will just go to that particular folder first. And in here, we have to type in this command. So yeah, so we have to type in flatc hyphen hyphen Python and the name of the FBS file. So once we hit this command, this will generate a py file in the current directory. Let's do it. So if you can see it, it quickly generated an py file for us with the same name extension in the same location. And we can also generate code for other languages by using the hyphen CPP extension for C++, hyphen Java for Java, and hyphen Go for Go, and many more such. So now, after we have generated the py file, what we have is we get a file persons.py that has the classes and functions to build and read the FlatBuffer data, and also constant and types defined in the scheme. This file is what we will use in our app or script to work with real data the FlatBuffer way. So let's quickly recap what we have done. So we have learned what the FlatBuffer schema language is. We have created a sample schema for a person, and we have used the FlatBuffer compiler to generate the Python code. Next up, we'll actually use this type of code to build and read data using FlatBuffer in Python. And don't miss that one. So if this helped you understand the schemas better, gives it a thumbs up. Drop your questions in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe for more FlatBuffer tutorial and real world demos. So that's it, and see you in the next. Thank you.